What the lessons of Joey Klotz, the little bitch, taught me. So when I was in 1999, there was this little rat baby. I don't know, like this tall or something. He came up to me and he was like punching me over and over. It was kind of like amusing, It was confusing. Mostly it was confusing. It's like, why is this little toddler thing punching me and punching me? It's like, tap, tap. It's going. That's a crip, nigga. That's a gangbanger. It's gonna kill you. And I'm just like looking at it like you're a bitch. But okay, so like I tried to drive away from this rat face Israel dual citizen parasite, and he jumps on my car. He thinks he's a transformer, or I don't know. He thinks he's fucking a space monkey, or ready to transform into some non-existent space land. And so he does that. And then, like, my thoughts are, well, if you're going to get in my car, I'm going to drive my car to the countryside where no one can see it, and I'm going to dig a hole, and I'm going to bury your corpse in the fucking ground. But we didn't get that far. God had decided to smite this person real fast. I mean, I would have had to drive like 20 miles with this person punching me in the face. And to be honest, by that time I would have broke his wrist and he would have fell off the car. And I wouldn't have got to the burial site I meant to put Joey Klotz into. But so he died here. And then, looking back on this, it's like, these are the people we've been dealing with our whole life. Like, these people have taken hundreds of thousands of dollars from my family. They're not people, right? They're an alien species who have invaded Earth and enslaved the humans. And anyone, you take hundreds of thousands of dollars from me, I can follow the trail, and we're going to come after you. We're going to come after anyone who likes you, anyone who puts their tongue in your butt every day and worships you, anything like that. It's all going to be gone. But I deal with them every day, like this crackhead and this meth head sent to me and all this. I deal with them like every so many days, like a new one comes to me. They got to come talk to me about Jesus. They got to come talk to me about Satan. They got to come talk to me about Allah. They got to come talk to me about science. It's all like them. Like, the humans have never had a thought, and they've never written anything. They've never had a book. As far as no human has ever showed me, like, hey, look, we actually did write a book once, and they're just erasing our history. So I'm going to have to assume that the humans have never done anything. And so that means the humans are working for them, and they're dirt specks upon the soles of the demon's foot. So that doesn't matter. But these people right here, they have their whole system. They have their judicial system. They have the judges. They have their lawyers. And they've robbed us. And they're all the same species. They're all Israeli dual citizens. Just like Zelensky, which I pray to God. I pray to every God in the world. Satan, Allah, Jesus, Thor, Zeus, every Marvel comic book character ever, Wolverine, Captain America, because that's where pagan gods come from, is Marvel comics. They're too stupid to come up with anything other than that. They can't even write their own books, so they have to have Marvel comics create movies about Thor and Zeus. So Wolverine, and let's go to DC Comics. DC Comics has, I pray to Flash. Who else is in DC Comics? No one cares, right? Because it's so generic and cheap. No one cares about DC Comics. But you got the Green Lantern. I pray to the Green Lantern that these things are erased from the earth permanently, except for this was 4 years ago. So now we have reached this point where we have to torture them for what they've done. And what we should do is start removing one bone from their body every hour, and then we sew it back into their body. let's say every 4 hours we sew the bones back in, and we just watch them, you know, we laugh at them like, look what you tried to do to us, and look at what's happening to you now. You guys, you guys think that's a good thing, or do you guys like feel that you're the people who are going to have your bones ripped out of your bodies? And and I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, what's going on right now is Putin on the New World Order side, or is Putin killing the New World Order? Because Putin is killing Zelensky, who is an Israeli dual citizen, and I think he's a freaking hero, bro. I think like if he kills Ukraine, takes over Ukraine, he can kill Europe and take over Europe. And then from there, China is going to join in eventually, and India and South America. And they're going to start killing these nations off, right? Because there's no way Putin has made a move unless he's discussed this, how they can do this at this point in time. And then the West is going to be like dead in the water. But what is the West? The West is like, it's a KKK nation. It's like 20% European, 20% Israeli. It's like 20% African, 7% Middle Eastern, 7%. It's Babylon. It's the mixture of the races who the God Yahweh has said never do again, or I'll destroy you like I have before. And I mean, this is all a long discussion far out, but I want to know, like, what's going on? Like, everyone, I think, who is like hiding and withholding information from me and working for these systems, like, they're just, I mean, I'm afraid they're going to poison the earth when their bodies melt into the fucking soil. I'm afraid that the soil is going to be like, well, there's McDonald's. Like, we don't eat McDonald's. Like, the dirt's going to be like, we don't eat McDonald's. The dirt's going to be like, I don't smoke methamphetamine, so why are you putting all this methamphetamine in me? The dirt's going to be like, I'm not a heroin addict. Heroin does not, increase the bioavailability of soil on the planet. So some humans who die are not going to, they're going to poison the earth. They're going to put meth and heroin and McDonald's into the planet. And look, I'm really at this dividing point these days where I wonder, if we kill these things, is the earth going to be poisoned? And then, it's not like I really care about the earth. So if the earth is going to play the little LGBT sissy who gets in the way of changing things, then the earth itself is the problem. Just like everything else, it becomes an escalation. If you work for this group, you are the problem. And then if you work for that group, you are the problem. And then if you cry about that group, you are the problem. So if the earth cries that the heroin addicts and the meth heads and the pedophiles, their blood is poisoning the soil, then the earth itself is crying out, I am one of them, and I must have them to exist. And I say at the end of the day, whatever it takes to get rid of it, it must be gone.